Yeah, I didn't see a lot of like advertisement for it. I did see a couple of things. Like it was vaguely mentioned a couple of times by like other YouTubers and stuff that I follow. And I totally forgot about it until the day of and I couldn't stream it live. And I was so upset. I was so upset. Yeah, I missed the Xbox Developer Direct 2024. Like I think there was like supposed to be a couple of announcements. They're supposed to go over some games and the Indiana Jones game was like officially had like a trailer or something. So we'll see what that's about. I've tried to keep away from any like spoilers for it, but that's all that's been talked about right now, so yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Okay. I think it should be good. Yeah. Alright. Let me know if you guys can hear it alright. Oh god. Here comes the inspirational opening. Give it up for the devs that were not fired yet. Woo! That have not been laid off. Can you hear it now? Okay. Sorry about the sound. OBS was being weird. OBS decided y'all can't hear nothing. So I apologize on OBS's bullshit. You can tell they're part of the gaming community because they're all cringe. Alright, let's get into it. I know most people watched it just because of the Indiana Jones game.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the Living Lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the Living Lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover,
2.
One of which has a really personal connection
Skyrim
to you
2,
as
let's
the player
go.
character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world.
I just gotta say, we say it as a joke, Skyrim 2, but at this point, after the disappointment of what the fuck is it called? It's so forgettable, I can't even remember its name. Damn it. The latest Bethesda game, the Star something, I don't know. I really can't remember its name. Oh fuck. Fuck. I can't remember its name. But Starfield, thank you. Oh fuck. I remembered the star part. Okay. That's so bad. But at this point, honestly, Skyrim 2, even though it's a meme, it's a joke, a lot of people would actually be hyped for that by this point. Because the disappointment from like a lot of what Bethesda has been putting out there the past years, it's like Fallout 76, what was the vampire one? Redfield or something like that. I can't remember names of any of the games now. That's how bad it is. Starfield, it's just like it's just gotten really, really bad. And honestly, even if it was a joke game, Skyrim 2 would probably do really well. That's how bad it is.
And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities.
Yeah, the Elder Scrolls
attacks, blocks, parries.
I don't know how it is now, but I know
attacks.
Majority of the Elder Scrolls Online community is having
If you
fun.
choose to approach combat with a
Like, I
one-handed
don't know
wand, it feels quick and
it's
snappy
gone
when
downhill,
dealing damage to enemies
or
at mid-range.
if it's just
Using the Tanglefoot ability,
been
you can stop
pretty
enemies in their tracks, giving you the
average
opportunity
or
to
slightly
focus on
above
weaker
average
or tougher
fun.
combatants in an intentional and controlled manner.
The online stuff,
It's important to pay attention
it's hard
to
for
the
me
types of
to
enemies you're dealing with.
want to get
Some
into
units
Elder
are
Scrolls
extremely
Online.
defensive, some are brutally difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough
Because it's kind of
spot.
like how
To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide
Fallout
customizable
76
loadouts that
tried
can
to
be
do the
quickly
online
switched during
thing
combat.
and bombed so
That means
hilariously.
you can play however you want. Equip a
Elder's
sword and
al-
shield and charge
The
into
online
battle.
Elder Scrolls game
Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter
doing fine
mid-range.
right now.
Or even dual-wield
And that has
wands
me
to feel
worried
like a
because
gunslinging mage.
They
You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them.
oh,
We've worked
what am I
hard
trying
to
to say?
keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure
I don't know.
and
To me, Elder
manageability
Scrolls
during
was
combat.
always just
Players will have
a
ample
regular
choices for how to build and progress
offline
their envoy in the world of the living lands
story
as they get
adventure
to know
game.
the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions.
and
Some
playing
quests in
Elder
Avowed
Scrolls
will have you
Online.
make difficult decisions with
I think the
profound
only way I would have
consequences.
fun doing
Like this
it
side quest you
is
may
if it was
encounter
like
in Shatterscarp, the third
in a
region
group
you'll explore
of
on your journey
friends.
through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains
'Cause,
of
you
the
know,
battle,
stranger
it's up to
danger.
you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
Phoenix.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems.
Yeah,
We
I've heard
embrace
they've
more nuance and gray
improved
areas, trusting
Elder Scrolls
players to
Online,
make tough decisions in complicated
but
situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the border last night.
That's kind of
and
the
as we
point
were
I've been
sleeping, we
making
were
about a lot of
ambushed by
these
those
games that have been
miserable
coming out
Zords.
these past 5,
I
10
was so
years.
surprised, and
Is
so
first
dark.
impressions
I
matter.
just got separated from everyone else.
And the first impression of
I can't
Elder
face
Scrolls
those
Online
monsters
was
alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out.
not
Of course he did.
good,
Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud.
even though
So what did
they've
he tell
improved
you?
it a lot.
That Captain
And it's like
Ruiki was
they have a
sick,
ton of
that
content
I was
now.
paranoid, that I was a dumb baby.
It just feels
I heard
like
it all
I would
often
have to
and
play
loudly.
catch up now.
Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui,
Of course,
Why is he
compared
not
to
here with
Fallout
you?
76,
What happened?
it's a winner.
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
you're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they They should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges.
What is this
I'm going back
supposed
to
to be
third bar.
about? I know
But
I've
if you
been talking
confront
over
him,
it
if you
rudely,
believe that he
but
fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to
16
create
times
a
the
unique,
lies.
colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we
That
knew
meme's
that
never
we
going
wanted
away.
Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes, and each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't
it called
wait
Avowed?
for you to explore the Living Lands
that
when
what she
Avowed
said?
launches this fall.
oh no. That artwork looks sick, but also at the same time, it didn't really wow me. I know I was talking over it a lot, but we'll see. It's gonna be on Game Pass. I don't have to pay for it, I guess. Because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I haven't been paying for Game Pass for like half a year now. Because the way they have it set up is that on Xbox you can earn points for doing certain things,
I'm
like
Don Matthews,
playing a
studio
certain
head
amount of
here at Ninja
games,
Theory in
getting
Cambridge, UK.
achievements,
We're now in the final
using
months
their
of
search
development
engine on the
Senua's
phone or
Saga
something.
Hellblade 2, and the team is working
There's
hard
like
to
different
bring
ways you can
an
earn
unforgettable
points.
journey into Senua's unique world
And
and her battle for survival.
I've
where we
been
have
using
once
those
again combined
points
high fidelity
for the Game
and a
Pass.
immersive presentation with a shorter,
like half a year now. I
narrative-led
haven't paid for
experience
it.
that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
You see how supreme you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way.
Yeah, I literally,
some
all
of
I
which
do
will
is
value
just
her unique
literally
perspective,
look up
and others who will
nonsense
reject it.
and then just
Little, this
that's
settlement
it, like nonsense over and over.
became my tribe.
I don't use it for my thing. I literally just
In the game, Senua arrives in
Type
10th
in
century Iceland
words,
on the trail of
search,
the Vikings who have been enslaving her people.
and that's
in the story,
it,
we're
like
trying
over and
to be
over
as
again
faithful to history
until
as
I
we
get the
can
certain
up
amount
to
of
a
points
point,
each day.
establishing a solid framework and then building
It literally
more
takes
surreal
like
elements on
10
top.
minutes to do it all.
Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the
My
lands
Bing
into
search,
chaos,
yeah,
and which
it's
in
fucked.
turn has seen the rise
On
of the
Bing?
droid,
Yeah.
a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope and she'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Yeah, Yomi. They literally don't care as long as you use it.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis. Seeing things
I guess
that
it
other
helps
people
with
don't,
like numbers
hearing
or
voices,
something.
and having unique beliefs
If
about
it
the
shows
world
a certain
around
amount
her.
of people
To
are
bring Senua's
searching
perspective
so
of the
much
world to
on
life in a
Bing or
truthful
whatever.
way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous
Doing
fight?
that kind of work would have to be.
All new combat for the sequel.
It would be fun, but also they'd be sweating in them suits.
Was the ability to actually
Like
tell a story.
literally, as soon as if I had to do that, I'd be taking those suits off and just
feel very different from the
a
first
river
game,
of water
but
would
it's
fall out.
Very brutal, and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story.
Yeah, I'm not gonna diss them or anything. These people,
We were
they've
lucky enough
made
to do a few
the
reference
first
gathering trips
Hellblade.
in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible.
It really did blow me away the first time I played it.
Or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works. That's amazing.
Especially the sound. When I literally bought
Senua experiences reality differently.
special
And
headphones
apart
that
of
had
this
like
manifesting
the
voices she
3D
hears,
surround sound or whatever you want to call it.
these voices come to
It
life
fucked
through
me up.
binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is
said the
perfect
villain
for
vibe
this
to his
because
face.
through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space.
Can you imagine going up to a
In the first
person,
game,
just
we
be like,
only applied to
listen,
the voices
no
that
disrespect,
Senua
but
listens
you
in
look
her
like a
head.
villain in a
this
video game.
Through spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will we do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something
Yeah,
really special.
honestly,
We are also working with a heavy metal singer.
even if you're
throat
not
singers,
interested in
and
playing
our
this
very own
game,
purists.
if it's
They
not like
sing
up your
so
alley,
beautiful, and we add that
I would
binaural
totally
touch of
recommend
music.
their
So this
soundtrack,
all
their
creates
music.
a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
my hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on May 21st.
I see Game Pass. We're just gonna be playing everything on Game Pass, aren't we? I mean, I don't mind. That fits my budget. Which one next? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A surprise visitor. Square NFT. I mean Square Enix. You trying to sell us another NFT game?
Greetings, Xbox players.
What's happening?
My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの情報を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Yeah, I think exclusives are.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy
Look at his outfit. Look at him. Looking like a Yakuza character.
In the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性から
That's what I'm confused about because I can't remember which one I heard about, but
プロジェクトに参加しました。
wasn't there an older CEO or person in charge Square Enix, if I'm remembering right, that was very into NFTs, but then they got a new CEO or whatever, and now he's into NFTs or like what?
当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、 今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。
CEO last year was
陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さ
This
ん
year
が
they're
新た
all
に考
in
案してくだ
AI.
さ
I
ってい
thought
ま
it was
す。
a different CEO. Because like I thought people were excited they got rid of that CEO when there's supposed to be a new younger one.
動物にしたいという
But now they're into AI apparently.
その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、
I don't know if I'm just remembering like
丸まった時のイメージな
wrong, but I could have sworn people were like happy they got like the older CEO with the whole NFT thing was out and they had a newer CEO. And then now the newer CEO is all about AI apparently.
最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
This isn't really my thing.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化
Phoenix,
さ
to
れ
be
ています。
fair, I used to keep up with all this shit, but now it just gets depressing now.
武器での攻撃だけで
Disappointing.
なく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。
Yeah, Xbox, Microsoft, they're not giving up on that
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が
audience. They're not giving up after all these years. Yeah, right. Yakuza NPC. They were PlayStation exclusive, you think? Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like I said, it wasn't really up my alley. Yeah, once again, Xbox proven they're bound and determined to get that Japanese audience after all these years. Either that or they were on older Nintendo consoles.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games.
Hi.
We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved
That was a
strategy
weird
games of
hiccup.
all time,
That hurt.
like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers.
Oh, Xbox
strategy
has always
gamers,
been throwing
4X
money trying to
gamers.
get the Japanese
It features
audience.
all the
Like,
depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world,
like
expand your
they
nation,
tried to
govern your
have
people,
like
and engage with your rivals on the international
Japanese
stage.
exclusive
But it isn't just more of the same.
Xbox console, like
With
the
Ara,
first
we wanted
Xbox.
to challenge some of the
They've
preconceived
probably done it
notions
a
about
couple
the
of times,
genre,
but
push it forward in a modern,
they
empowering,
had
and truly
exclusive
compelling and approachable way.
console
For
controller
example, we have over
games.
100 instruments on display in the office. service, which are all things that we purchased in
They
order
didn't do
to
really well.
add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement.
That'd be me not giving a fuck. But there's like this professional interview happening, and I'm like, I'm thirsty. Fuck off.
Design assumptions and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like
really
they're
wanted
occupying the world,
in on the
leading their people as they thrive and grow.
JRPG
Core to the vision
scene.
of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies
Like, I doubt they ever thought they could like take it over, but they at least wanted to be a competitor.
With their rivals to build the most
But they
influential,
never really were.
and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players
Like,
the
if I
chance
remember
to
right,
decide
the
what kind of leader they want
Japanese
to be. Do they want to
exclusive
pursue
first
great works of arts and
Xbox, I
culture,
think, if I'm
military
remembering
might,
right, like,
scientific
there's
advancement,
actually less of
the
them out
choice
in the
is theirs.
world because of
Ara, there are no
such
set
low
victory
interest
conditions.
that they
Players
just
get to
stopped
decide
making
what is
the
most
amount they
important
were
to them
supposed to
and
make.
focus and prioritize
And
on those goals while
so
still
now
being
there's
able to
less
win the
out
game.
there
Personally,
of the
when I
Japanese
play Ara,
exclusive
I like to build
Xboxes.
triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
Is anybody
crafting
into
system
this
offers
type
a
of
unique
game?
challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then
I could be
finally
into this type
getting
of
to the
game if it's
outcome,
like
a
super
reward of something
simple,
like an
but if it
important
gets too
improvement or
much,
triumph,
I get
just changes the
such
challenge
anxiety.
that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner
little
of goods and
depends, to be
components.
honest.
Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions
I can't remember the names of the ones I've played.
This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty.
There's been a couple that I found pretty entertaining.
For a variety of scenarios in the moment.
But like I said, if
This
it gets
system
too
makes Ara
much,
just feel more real.
if I'm getting too much shit thrown at me at once, if I gotta keep track of too much,
turns, generally speaking, those times are very
I'll be over here
low.
having a
You get to
panic
keep
attack.
playing the game and stay engaged rather
So
than
not
having those
exactly a
periods of
relaxing.
downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Ara for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection
whenever they
between
show
the players
like
and the game.
developers and stuff with their desks, and there'll be like some type of bed, or like hers there was a fucking hammock.
It was maybe a little bit too aggressive
like,
or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change
that would be kind of cool.
Made a forum post that was just.
But at the same time,
Cougars! I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me.
I think they hate cougars.
I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
See, I love how they always make
thank you for joining us today. We can't wait
developers
for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
looking like they're having fun at the office. But at the same time, every time we hear about developers, it's usually because they're getting fired. Or laid off or whatever. It's like, yeah, I'm sure it was fun for like 5 minutes. Then the grind began. Are we finally? It's finally the Indiana Jonesin.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Yeah, this was teased like
in this game.
How long
you
ago?
Just playing as Indy, you are.
Because I honestly can't
Indiana
remember.
Jones. You will see,
but I know it was
and
teased for like 5 seconds.
Lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones.
That they were basically making an Indiana Jones game.
First told us about his vision for the game.
There was like nothing except for like
to help bring it to life.
Some Indiana Jones,
game
like
forever.
hat and desk and stuff.
For what it would be like and the story,
hey, Todd.
what Indy was going after, what period of
16
his life
times
it was in,
the Todd.
what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought,
so long that you forgot it was a thing.
Yeah,
it was a while ago when they teased it.
And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember
it wasn't even a proper tease. It was a tease for a tease.
Because look, it's
they basically just said, "Hey,
their response was just
we're starting to make an Indiana Jones game."
That excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything.
You think he's not going to show up?
It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to.
You think Todd's not going to stick his 16 fingers into this?
Let me tell you
go.
what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here.
I need you to back up, sir. I need you to back up.
Of Africa.
Indiana Jones games, or as I know them, Tomb Raider. Yeah, I wonder how the gameplay is gonna be. Is it gonna be like the modern Tomb Raider, or
myths,
like Uncharted, or is it gonna be something completely different?
History.
Because I don't think they ever said.
Just different ways to interpret the past. thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting.
It's hard to tell right now, y'all.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
It's hard to tell what the gameplay's like right now. So far, first person.
Throughout history, mankind is.
So I don't know if it's gonna be like Uncharted and modern Tomb Raider.
Significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I can keep up?
Indiana Jones, first-person shooter.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
So
Indiana Jones.
I'm taking a guess it's first person throughout the whole thing, but I couldn't tell because there was so
Everyone
much
here at the
happening.
studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with
This
his
is a game where we
adventures
find
and
out the
been
world is
friends with
flat.
the character for years.
Indiana
He's a
Jones in the
brilliant
crop circle, not the
archaeologist,
crop
he's a
circle.
charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe
It
that
was
being
flat,
up
then it
close
became
and
a globe.
personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fist fight.
Oh, it's going to be interesting to see how this actually plays.
But we
So
still
far, it
want
kind
you to
of.
have those moments.
I'm not gonna lie, it
Seeing
kind of
his
looks
iconic
janky.
silhouette
They
with
kind
the
of.
hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal.
I'm not
we pull
sure,
the
you
camera
guys.
back for a third-person view.
Oh, okay, so we get third-person view as
Indiana
well
Jones and
as
the Great
first-person.
Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum.
Like, I don't want it to be
Mysterious giant
bad.
of a man makes off with
It's not what I'm
seems
saying.
to be a historically insignificant artifact,
I'm just worried.
sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Because all the games lately.
Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things
I'm just a bit
aren't what they
jaded.
appear.
Alright. I'm
He
just a little
starts
worried.
pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
Yeah, I'm not really sold on the title. I feel like that's gonna be memed to hell and back.
We always talk about how
Yeah,
clever
exactly,
Indiana
Yomi.
Jones is. That
It's
had
so
to
hard to be
one of our
hyped for
guiding
anything
principles
anymore.
when we were thinking
And
about
that's
the type
sad.
of game we were making.
Because I want to be.
It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most
Because, like, there
authentic
have been Indiana Jones
experience
games, but
we
they're
can
like
make
fucking
is the one
old
that makes you
games.
think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore.
It's hard to tell what all the gameplay will look like.
Temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of
Because
Egypt,
besides the first-person
the
stuff,
snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
it's hard to tell what
We look
anything else
carefully
is
at each location
actually
and the time period the
gameplay
game
and
is
not
set
just a
in, and
cinematic.
we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the
The
goal
last
of
Indiana
making it
Jones game
feel
was a Lego
like
game,
a true
yeah.
cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
Like, I know there was
One of the biggest ways to do that is with
Indiana
music.
Jones games on like the SNES,
John Williams is the
the
original composer
Nintendo
for the indie films,
back in the day.
and we're really lucky
And
to
I know
have found
there's
Gordie
the
Howe,
Lego
the
ones.
composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
I can't remember if there's any other ones. If there are, I just can't remember.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
You know they're having
Of
so
course,
much fun
our
doing that
characters do
shit.
a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for
Doesn't
some
wanna
time,
get paid to
and
do
now
that.
she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Yeah, like I said, it's hard to get hyped. Like, I want to get excited, but
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure
this is why
first.
I
But in every
don't
indie
have the
adventure,
urge to
there
pre-order
are
games
always those
anymore. Like,
moments where he finds himself
I
in
just
the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given
I want it to
situation
be
is up
good,
you. You may choose to
but
sneak
I'm
around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just
too
pick up a shovel
skeptical,
and whack them on
too
the back of
jaded.
their head. And when you can't use
I've been
your
through
wits,
too
you
much
got Indy's most
with the
iconic
games.
tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip.
Yeah, so
And
far
hopefully
the
a little bit
third-person view seems to be just like
Puzzles are a key feature.
when it's
in our
like
game. The spirit of discovery
climbing
is
shit.
so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and
But
are
it seems
just
like
there
it's
for the players
mostly
who want to experience
first-person
them.
shooter,
Epic traps,
or what would you call it?
small
First-person
secrets,
whipper.
and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
New genre drops. FPW. First person whip it!
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these roller coaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year. And I can't remember. Wait to share more soon.
Was that Todd in the background? He be stealing shit in the background? I couldn't tell if that was Todd or not. With him and his sticky 16 fingers. Okay, it's gonna be released 2024. They don't have a set day, do they? That makes me even more fucking nervous. It's gonna be on Game Pass though, so I ain't paying for it. Wolfenstein and Quake. That's probably why they sound familiar.
Should I take one?
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy!
Creating an immersive
unless you're
experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
Getting paid enough to have your game on Game Pass to where
you aren't just playing as indie, you're
comfortable with it. Or if you're like literally a developer for Xbox. It's really gonna hurt your game if you're immediately put on Game Pass. I would say Game Pass is a good way to like show off your game, but I wouldn't do it on launch. And this is me saying it as someone who enjoys playing games on launch on Game Pass. But it's like, especially if you're an indie developer, I would wait a little while before getting a deal from Game Pass. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, also, Baldur's Gate 3, the devs, like, also at the same time, what they got offered was basically pennies as well. And they were like, no. No. Like, Xbox fucked up with that. Like, I'm glad they wouldn't have took it, even if it was a higher price, but it was just an insult as well.